live for about 10 minutes. And then it just knocked me offline.
Weird.
Yeah. I don't know. That was weird. Well, hello, guys, if anybody's in here waiting. Yeah, no, that was actually quite odd. I have experienced that all of once. I think it was because I went live, or I had opened this before before I connected to the internet, and so when I went to log in, it didn't obviously it didn't log in properly. I just figured it would have logged in immediately after I hooked up the internet because that's what it usually does. But OBS likes to be weird sometimes.
Anywho. Another
Yes. Remember we discussed this last week.
Because olive oil has a pretty low smoke point.
Correct. We have multiple different choices.
I'd go with like peanut or vegetable.
So we have soy.
Soy's good.
We have soybean oil. We have grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed oil has a really nice smoke
correct,
point, but it's very expensive.
No, it's not.
It's not because you buy it in bulk.
Because I buy it in bulk. It's actually very inexpensive. This bottle was $6.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, grapeseed oil has become much cheaper over the past couple of years. I don't actually know why. I've never looked into it, but it is substantially cheaper than it used to be, and it is. So we can use that for the pan fry instead.
Because we don't want to smoke out your kitchen during the stream.
No, not during the stream. That is before stream only. Speaking of which, did I do that? I don't know. Alright, so it should be fine though. I've cleaned up every time I've cooked this week.
Apparently, I'm in charge of desserts all the time now. So.
Not all the time. I know you know desserts well, and that's not something I normally do. Desserts aren't usually something I deal with.
Fair. Waiter. Find my suit. That's a quarter extra, please.
No, that's a good thing. He's a spider. Spiders are good things for sure, but
yes.
we're not going to charge him for it.
Yeah.
No, if we accidentally gave him extra food, he gets to keep it. Oh, he wants more. He found there. Now it'll be a quarter extra. What's up, Spidey? But yeah, no. So yeah, no. Desserts are just something I don't do that often. So.
Because I've done brownies and now my aunt's cobbler recipe.
For sure.
Of course, you did the doubles.
Yeah, and the apple crisps, and well, you weren't here for the apple crisps.
I wasn't here.
Which they were actually quite good. Yes, we don't have the cobbler recipe on the side today, because
he don't know it.
Correct, because I don't know it, and I didn't get a chance to discuss with him because you never called me. Because he never called me.
I thought you were gonna call me.
No, I told you when you got off to call me. You were like, it won't be until like 11 o'clock, and I was like, I'll be awake.
Whatever.
I might not have communicated well because I was on stream. And I say that like you might not, you might have been busy. I don't know what you were doing whenever.
I don't know.
And so I might have said it when you're in downtime. But yeah, I was trying to have you call me.
All right. So.
No one knows. Shh. So
well, it's like 5 ingredients. It's not like it's
very simple.
Yeah.
We're not going too far deep, and then we're also looking to maintain a little bit of healthy today. So
low carb.
Low carb ish. Of course, we're still frying the chicken. We're going to be going with spaghetti squash as our base instead of noodles. Also way easier to find than noodles. I did buy both.
People are loading the fuck up with pasta. Why?
Well, because it's super easy.
Because it keeps its filling in it. Yeah. One less.
No, we're not talking about carbon. We're not talking about carbon. No. It all has probably actually has more carbon.
Most of what we're eating is primarily carbon.
Yeah. That I don't really think I'm gonna eat any like silicone or anything like that. So like most of it is going to be filled out with carbon.
Everything is carbon.
I mean,
Everything alive is.
There's a weird jellyfish that actually has a large amount of silicone on its body.
Yeah.
So, but it's
it's still carbon-based life. It's DNA.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's exactly. But it fills out a lot of its body with silicone, which allows it to survive for a very long time.
Eating 3 main nights with drink that those calories.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely. That one giant Diet Coke is good for you. The CO2 is going to combine with your body really well and make it to where you fry up nice. Did you know that, by the way? Soda water is actually like really good for when you're frying because it allows it to fluffy.
Oh, you mean putting it in the batter?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Super fucking good. I plan on grabbing some of that next time we do anything that actually does batter based.
Instead of a breading.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because they use it in
so it's gonna be the chicken parm, because like I said, the other one's just not that. Yeah, you watch me boil stuff basically, because that's the vast majority of my cooking process for the chicken alfredo. But what's up, Mom? Yes. So we're about 4 minutes out from starting the stream up, starting the actual cooking process and whatnot. As you guys see, I've got my recipes. Nope, over here. Sorry. Don't worry. Blades out. We got the stream over there, and you guys get to see what we're cooking today. And then he will be handling dessert tonight. He's gonna be handling dessert tonight. We are gonna be doing the chicken parm. Then we're just gonna do some steamed up broccoli as a side. Then for dessert, we're gonna be doing a blackberry cobbler because he gave me the option between blue and black, and I went with blackberry. Part of the recipe. It's not part of the recipe. Well, actually, it is true. We don't have any of the mozzarella for the top or any of that stuff. It's not really stabbing. It's not really a stabbing knife.
Stabby. Nice.
Speaking of a stabby knife, though, I should acquire the stabby knife. Oh, here comes the kitty cat.
Jeez, they hear that and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna drop some stuff. Let me eat it."
Oh yeah. Well, I usually intentionally drop stuff for them. Make sure to get that dust off of there. But today, like I said, it's going to be super simple. Won't take too terribly long, but it'll probably still take the normal amount of time because how much we
talk and
yeah,
don't plan shit out.
pretty much. It's really the not planning stuff out part that's the problem. We are getting better about it, though.
Yeah, I last week I tried to forward as much as I could.
Yeah. So
Chicken.
today we're gonna take 2 large chicken breasts.
Switch to the cutting board.
And switch. And take two large chicken breasts. And clean those up, and we're gonna cut them in half.
They were just soaking in some water to thaw.
Finished thawing. I just wanted to make sure they were actually all the way thawed. I wasn't sure because I pulled them last night around midnight, so chances are they were not. Alright. Yeah, see, the recipe does disappear when we go to this screen here, but that's something I'm not sure I'm going to worry about. I don't think I'm going to fix that. I might throw it. Yeah. I might throw it down here on that side. I'm not sure. That is Lethal Coulter. He changed up his name.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he didn't really like the name, which is valid. Yeah, it's fair. If you don't like the name, change it up.
Right, but I'm so proud. It's like I thought that was your other grandma or something.
No. No. I don't have one of those. Just gonna clean this up. You see all these little bits on the outside.
Little bits of fat and connective tissue that we don't really need.
Yeah.
We're gonna be adding more.
Pretty much. And you know, we got these little kitties over here who want something extra to eat, right? Oh, you can hear them meowing.
To be fair, if anyone was going to make a recipe where part of it was stabbing me, it would be you.
Fair. Welcome back, Devil Spidey. We've actually just started up for the day. We are cleaning up our chicken. Make sure that we don't have any of these little extra fatty dangly bits.
Although if we put that in those in the oil, it would figure out some good schmaltz and.
Yeah, I feel like the kitties deserve it more.
Probably. Except Tsunade, she's being a dick right now.
Tsunade is being a dickhole right now. What's up, Donut? So now you've got your nice cleaned up piece of chicken.
Got some grass in here. I mowed my lawn earlier.
All good, the cats will eat it. If you want to, you can always pound this out. I'm not worried about it. That's not usually how I handle things here.
Oh, you're not butterflying it, you're full on splitting it?
Yeah, full on split. Full on just cut straight down.
Make it 4 pieces.
Yes, we're gonna do 4 pieces here. We're not gonna go and we're not gonna do 2. Well, the kitty cats are over here enjoying their chicken. And so that's gonna be the first thing you deal with there. Next, what you wanna do is, I totally forgot to empty. You want to start your spice mix and panko breading.
Dredge station.
Dredge station. Alright, so today we're going to be just using eggs and our panko mix. These do not like to come apart.
Go flour first?
Huh?
And go flour, eggs, breadcrumbs.
Oh, that's just obvious. I'm just saying,
Ah.
super simple. Like, there's not much to it. And you put. We're not going to worry about putting extra spices, except for a little bit of salt and pepper in the flour base, until extra spices until we get to that tomato sauce. So, you guys actually get to see something that my grandmother bought me the last time we were on stream. She's like my sponsor, I swear. It's amazing. She buys me just random stuff that she decides I need. And honestly, she's usually right. I say usually, she's yet to be wrong.
I'm Luke. I'm aka Dr. Sword.
Ah, yes. Anybody who hasn't met this, he is my sous chef, Dr. Luke Sorid, the chef. I know it's Lasher, but whatever. It's Sorid for sure. Yeah.
Hello. Follow me at Twitch at Dr. Dr_Sorid. SORYD.
Plugging. And yes, no, the setup is actually quite awesome. This isn't even all of it, by the way. So eventually, you guys will get to see the third camera. I have 3 here. So just take, a small amount of flour here. You don't really need much to coat the outside of this. I'm just doing a 1/4 cup. Really not very much.
You just need a very slight coat so that the egg will stick to it.
Yeah.
basically.
Because otherwise, you're gonna have to dry off your chicken breasts, and that just weird. Got your stations set up here. Flour here. We're gonna have egg here and panko bread in here. Oh no! Huh?
Like an 1/8 inch.
1/8 inch should be good. Just a nice light coating of oil on the base of your pan over there. We're gonna start getting that heated up. I dropped an egg. Don't tell anyone, but I dropped an egg. Stir that real quick.
Your measuring cups don't want to fit back in the drawer.
Oh, you just have to lay them flat.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cast iron. The only thing is it takes a while.
Yes, your cast iron does take a little while to heat up. We use cast iron for just about everything here. You're gonna bring it on over there. You guys want to set your temperature to about medium. That way,
slightly higher so it'll heat up.
but once you actually are going for your cooking process, you want to have it set around medium.
50 mixture panko in Italian.
No, actually, so panko you want about a cup, and then the Italian you only want about a half cup.
Okay.
You're gonna want more panko than you are the Italian crumbs, because those Italian breadcrumbs are going to, if you put too many of them, they're going to just encompass the entirety of what sticks to your chicken.
It'll make it kind of a firm crust instead of light and crispy.
Yeah.
But,
so you don't want to.
I got eggs out for you.
Oh, I didn't even see that you got the eggs out. I'll use them. Nah. Do I need them?
You may need one.
Might need them. I'm just gonna use them because I might need them. What's up, Sakuragi? I was back through that transition. What is Sakuragi up to? It's the Luke's show.
Oh my god.
Some days, I swear, yes, he does. He does do quite a bit of the work. And if you'd like me to show you how you do the transition, just next time we hang out, just be like, hey, all right, show me how to do all that fun stuff.
I have a clean fork. I'm gonna mix up these breadcrumbs. The Italian style breadcrumbs are mostly for the seasoning. That way we don't have to measure out individual spices ourselves.
Correct. You can use plain breadcrumbs and just mix them up yourself. And if you do that, you can figure out the amount of ingredients there yourself.
And a big thing I would recommend when you're frying things is when you take them out of the oil and they're still hot, put a little bit of salt on them while they're hot. Season your outer crust. It does have some salt in it, but the a little bit of extra salt on the outside of the hot fried stuff, it just gives it that little extra something.
For sure. A little extra something. So, while he's heating up the stovetop, I'm going to heat up the oven. You want to preheat your oven to about 400 because eventually we're going to be melting some yummy cheese over top.
Plus, we gotta cook the spaghetti squash.
That'll happen first.
Tends to work best with my top. I was thinking, be perfect.
Nice. I have a smaller one.
I usually go 9x13.
Okay.
With it.
All right, sounds good.
We did wash our hands before this, we just didn't show it on camera.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I did wash my hands on camera. At least once. So, now that you got all your dredge stations set up, we're gonna move.
Have fun in Minecraft.
Oh, yes, enjoy Minecraft.
Good luck with the chalking.
I'm actually going to move all of this off to the side here. Pull out a separate cutting board.
Don't want to cross-contaminate with meat, especially chicken.
As long as it's anything other than chicken, you really are fine.
Generally, yes.
Take our spaghetti squash.
Health inspectors would argue otherwise.
Health inspectors would argue a lot of stuff that they don't really know. It upsets me. And this is coming from me arguing with a health inspector, and then a Stereotech officer coming in later who is actually knows far more. And he's like, "You're very wrong there," and I'm like, "Thank you."
Yeah, I mean, like we can serve raw beef, but you can't cut vegetables on the same one.
Yes, and it's like
even though you're gonna cook the vegetables anyway. Come on.
Yeah, which is why in Tennessee, it is not actually required for people who work in a restaurant to wear gloves. Although everybody seems to think it is.
It's hard to judge the temperature of the oil. Also, kind of the bottom of the pan.
What does the oil look like? That's what is going to determine your temperature.
It's just grab a little pinch of flour.
Well, not here.
It's not hot enough yet.
Yeah, not even close. That's it hasn't even begun to ripple yet. So,
Rippling a bit, but mostly around where they're.
You want to go ahead and clean the inside of your squash out?
Because this stuff is not edible.
Well, it's edible.
I mean, it's edible.
I mean, everything's edible.
I mean,
everything's edible once. Alright, so easiest way to do that, always just grab yourself a nice thin, sharp spoon. That way it cuts the outer edge. Same way you do this when you get you're using a pumpkin. You're cutting up a pumpkin.
Well, because pumpkins are a squash.
Correct.
That extra bit of umami. Latex is not umami. Technically. I think latex would be... What would latex be? I mean, plastic?
Closer to rubber. And you just keep cleaning it out until you've got all those those stringy bits. You have a nice, for the most part, smooth surface.
Spaghetti squash is weird, man.
That's why I say for the most part smooth, because you're never going to get it fully smoothed out. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take care of the other one real quick as well.
Trying to keep the stuff out of your way.
That's why it's important for you to have a sharper, thinner edge on your spoon than you're traditionally worried about, because it allows you to cut up the sides of the squash extremely easily, making this take a lot less time than it would otherwise. Hey Yorick, I just saw your wave. How you doing today? Cleaning that up, getting the seedy bits out of here, and literal seeds. So you can do these a couple different ways, but the way we're going to do it today is we're going to put a few cubes of ice in each of these. So 4 to 5 pieces of ice.
Getting close.
Smells like we're almost there. Then we're going to wrap them in tin foil, and we're going to throw them up in the oven. 400 degrees. That's what we got ourselves preheated for.
Did you get that for the cobbler? Because that's fucking perfect.
No, we already had it, so I didn't buy any extra.
Awesome. Yeah, he has like fancy vanilla ice cream.
Always fancy vanilla ice cream. Yeah, vanilla bean ice cream.
You know vanilla comes from an orchid?
Vanilla comes from an orchid? What kind of orchid?
A vanilla orchid?
Really? That part's the surprising thing.
I don't know that that's what they're called, but it's the type of orchid that produces.
Gotcha.
The name of it is.
Is that your water on the counter here?
Yes.
Cool. Get yourself a nice, sizable piece of tin foil.
Oh yeah, buddy.
We're up in there.
We're up in there.
Cool. Our oil is coming to temp, and our oven is almost heated up as well.
It's almost like we planned this out or something.
Can you grab me the copper sheet tray? Bottom right.
Copper. You getting all fancy on this. Copper and shit. Why is copper so much more expensive? I mean, I know it's a rarer element, but
Because it has more uses. That's really the biggest thing, is it has more uses because of the electrical transference on it.
who's knocking on the freezer?
No one's knocking on the freezer, that's my ice machine. Copper's so much more expensive because it has so many more uses. You can actually...
Upside down.
Yes. Ice side down, or flat side down. You set that up like that, right there, and you're good to go. Try and make sure there's level as possible, so that whenever you go to cook them, as much of the moisture stays in as we can. These once we hear the beep, we'll go in there for about 20 minutes, and on the back side of that, towards the last 5 or so minutes, we should be able to throw our chickens in there and let that get all nice and melty. So, let's go ahead and set these over to the side. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at red stuff, if I do say so myself. Been early.
Gonna move that old cutting board, or that extra cutting board out of the way.
Dredge.
Bring our dredge station back up to the front here.
You want a plate or something to put the dredged?
Yes. So I was gonna ask you can grab no one of the large ones. Just grab me one of the large ones. On top of the convection oven, they're always there. Come on, he should know this. He's been here when I cook more than a few times. Move that off to the side.
Remember, this is your new place.
Well, no, I'm talking about they've been there literally since I moved in because they don't fit in the cabinets. Yeah, they quite literally don't fit in the cabinet, so I have to keep them on top of the convection oven.
We're good to go.
Heck yes.
Tongs.
Tongs should be in the no, down here, dishwasher. They just got cleaned up today. So when you go for your chicken here, you just want to get a nice small coating on here, just basically to dry it out. Give it, make it to where this egg sticks on here easier. Turn it over a few times, and you're gonna be able to basically drop off all of the excess. Now move it over to the egg. Work on your next one. Because that panko isn't gonna just stick to nothing.
Yeah, so dry stuff sticks to wet stuff. Wet stuff does not stick to wet stuff. So the wet chicken, the egg won't stick to it without the flour. But then the panko wouldn't stick to the chicken with The egg.
But the panko will fall off without the egg.
Yes.
So you kind of have to have all three.
Correct.
Yes, Mom's subscription does run out. I don't even know if she knows how to do that, Sakuragi. And I use her Twitch Prime, so...
Tier 1 sub. Oh!
Oh, thank you! You're awesome, Sakuragi.
Boobies.
Boobies! So that's a nice pair of Peruvian boobies.
Blue-footed boobies.
No, they're Peruvian. Blue-footed actually have much less brown than that, and their detail they don't have a spotted head. So, yeah.
You had to become an expert for this.
Yes.
On boobies for that joke.
Yes, literally. Yes, it's I had to learn that a while back, just so that whenever somebody asked, I would know the answer. I don't know everything about boobies, but I do know a lot of stuff about the differences between them and their regions.
Seabirds are weird, man.
They are.
You already got your chicken scraps.
Yeah, she's over here yowling like she wants some more. So, now that you've allowed that to sit for a little bit, make sure to flip it over to the other side.
I'm handling food. I would.
She's like, but I see two perfectly good hands. You should be able to pet me. So, this is, you've probably done this before if you've ever battered anything or, breaded like this. But you want to use, try and keep one hand wet, one hand dry.
Otherwise, you get like a club of batter on your fingers.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and move this over to the panko.
I'm going to shift everything.
Oh, I will. Once I get this out. All right. Like I said before, get that little bit of extra flour off. That way you're not cluttering up your egg wash over here. All right. We want to get rid of that for us because we are done with it. Use your mostly dry hand to get that panko breading and Italian breadcrumbs. Full coverage on the surface here. Do the same on the other one. And if you have any cracks, make sure to pull those cracks apart and make sure to fill them out.
Pop the squash in.
Oh yes, we just heard the beep, so we're gonna pop that squash in.
Horrible euphemism.
It does sound like a horrible euphemism. Absolutely horrible. Once you've got a nice thick coat of panko, fully coated, even little crevices there, move them on over to your other plate. That way we can get them over to frying. Yes, should be about 20 minutes. We can always keep them in there for a little longer, or put them back in there for a little longer if we need to. We won't have to recover them because the ice will be gone. There we go.
It's keyed into something.
It's possible, or she's just going crazy. And I can believe either one. I can absolutely believe either one. They are hysterical little weirdos sometimes. There we go. Once again, move it on over. All right. So, I actually know very little about the origin of these recipes, which I feel is something I should start learning. Just like learn about where they came from, just for the fun of it. I feel like it'd be fun to talk about it.
Presumably, it's called chicken parmesan because it's from Parma.
Yeah, But my curiosity there is, well, why do what did they use originally? Did they like obviously you wouldn't have used panko originally, right?
No, it would have just been regular breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Maybe
So it's
stale bread.
So it's like when did they transition into utilizing panko instead?
I think that's more of a restaurant thing. I mean, it had to have been after the invention of panko, which I think it was like the 50s.
Yeah.
So, and then it didn't get to like America for like a really long time after that.
Really?
Yeah, it was like exclusively Japanese, and they still won't share how they make them. Like we know they force batter through a metal screen with electricity running through it.
Okay.
That like cooks the breadcrumbs and makes them as they pass through the screen, but like specifically how we don't. It's a secret.
Oh, that's actually kind of funny to me.
Okay, telling me that when it's not till Monday.
Doctor's appointments?
My chiropractic appointment is until Monday, but they just sent me a text saying that they will be open normal business hours tomorrow.
Oh, I mean, I assume it's just you're on the list of people who's probably receiving these messages. It's like if my dentist sent me a message, I would not be surprised.
Oh, my dentist pushed my appointment out by a month because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in people's mouths, so I get it.
Of course, of course. So now you're going to want to go ahead and transition your protein over towards nice hot cast iron.
I would definitely do this with some sort of white meat, though. Chicken, breast.
Yeah.
Like veal, maybe. Pork loin would actually be probably pretty good. I think like thighs would be okay with it, but it'd be a little bit fatty for the sauce, in my opinion.
So we actually can't fit all 4 of them in here right now. We're gonna cook them individually, but you want to cook them until you have a nice golden brown texture on the outside.
We're not late.
We're not late. We've been on for about just over a half an hour.
You're late.
You can see we got that nice crispy brown outside.
Apparently he was the first one here and we weren't on. That's because of OBS.
That is actually OBS's fault.
We streamed for like 10 minutes and it kicked us off for another 15 and we weren't aware of that.
We are going to have to flip these inversely just so that we get an even cook on both sides.
The hottest part is in the center where the coils are.
Of course.
So also these
Which is why flame is better.
Yeah.
Flame more evenly distributes.
The breading is actually cooking quicker than I usually would like it, but it's gonna finish cooking in the oven anyway, so I'm not too worried about being undercooked.
Correct. It's also because it was the first placement. The temperature of of the oil drops substantially when you actually once you actually drop the chicken in there.
Is that like gonna be our landing place as well, or?
No. The landing place is going to be on the clean racks.
I have some salt. Ready?
Sounds good.
Cast iron place in Pigeon Forge. Is that Lodge?
Huh?
Is that Lodge in Pigeon Forge? Cast iron factory?
Yes.
They make good stuff. I have 2 Lodge cast iron Dutch ovens and a Lodge cast iron pan.
She's the one who bought this for me, by the way.
What?
This cast iron.
Yeah, the
other one is Walmart brand, and it's not very good.
My younger brother bought me both of my Lodge cast iron Dutch ovens. One for my birthday and one for Christmas the same year because he forgot he bought me the first one.
Nice.
And I just bought the Lodge cast iron. I have a really, really old cast iron that my grandma gave me, but it's not big enough to cook anything for more than one person.
Yeah.
So I don't use it that often.
No, I can't imagine you would.
My little brother uses it or restores cast iron pans for fun, and he completely stripped all the rust off of it and refinished it for me. It's in really great shape now, but he says it's at least 50 years old.
Nice. And they do last forever, so
You take care of them.
and you do have to take care of them for sure.
Yeah, but the best way to take care of them is to continue using them and put more oil in them. Yeah. So
Basically, don't let them sit around.
don't wash them with soap. If you do wash them with soap, you gotta make your what you call it, seal, which is basically just coating it in oil and baking it in a 450-degree oven. But
Yeah.
still, you gotta do it right. Make sure it's not super coated, like barely any oil. Alton Brown has a Good Eats episode about how to take care of cast iron. He does it on a gas grill, and I'm like, that's overhandling it, bud.
Overhandling it. Putting a little dash of salt on each of these. That way,
Hot oil, it will stick.
it'll stick to that oil, and it'll add a little bit more flavor to that mozzarella as well. I don't have a wire for my cheese, so I just went ahead and bought it pre-cut. You don't have to buy it pre-cut. You can use a knife perfectly fine on it. I
usually squish it a bit.
Correct. It usually likes to get a little squishy at that point, and I generally don't. So I generally don't, you know? This last piece is going to cook a little bit slower because the temperature of that oil has come down a lot. You got to remember that the temperature of your oil is going to come down a lot as you cook. And so you can obviously fiddle with your temperature a lot to change, how quickly it cooks and how much it heats up. It's a little bit more difficult to play around with on electric.
I have a glass cooktop, so it's a little bit easier even though it's electric, but
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Most places are closed right now.
Yeah. Your Jack Daniels isn't. Because if liquor stores aren't closed, I'm sure liquor producers.
I don't know. I know we can't go to the Littman Brothers warehouse.
Well, not for the public, but like for production.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, for production, no, definitely not. Especially since most of that stuff is automated these days. And they can do it with very few employees in the building. So not much chance of them closing down for that.
Liquor stores, gun ranges.
Yeah.
Because this is
Gun
America.
ranges, that one's liquor stores. I can understand it, but like I would expect them to do like carry-out service, curbside, yeah. But gun ranges, it's like you've got a cluster of people. I don't know.
No, construction isn't closed. Why would they stop working in the factory? They've shut down. Well, they've laid off a bunch of people from the Nissan plant. but they've like started producing what they can for like hospitals and stuff
Yeah.
instead of cars. Like they can't make everything, but they can like what they can make, they are to try and keep up with the
Yeah.
flatten the curve, people. Because seriously, in other countries that have like they've overwhelmed their healthcare system, they've brought in vets, like veterinarians, to do some stuff in human hospitals. If they and y'all know how we take temperatures, right?
All right. So now my question to you, Luke, is: do we give Little Pot his justice today, or do we get most of that oil out and use this for the sauce?
I mean, I would honestly do the sauce in this one.
Why not Little Pot?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if Little Pot is big enough. I just like the idea of mentioning Little Pot here.
I don't think Little Pot's big enough.
We're not making that much sauce. How big do you think this is? 4 cups? 3?
We could try it, test it. I have a cup measure right here.
What's up, Hash? We have multiple cup measures.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying use the stainless steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Andrew was saying.
No, I know. I was mostly just trying to give an introduction to Little Pot here. Come on, guys.
He's the star of the show. So it's more than 4 cups.
No.
No.
It's about 3. It is 4, but it's about 3 reasonably. Yeah. So, totally use Little Pot, should we? Do we give Little Pot his justice this day?
What do y'all think? Does Little Pot have a mark on the bottom? No.
No, it does not. Little Pot is very old.
Your mom says no. Vehemently, apparently. Is your caps lock on?
Justice for Little Pot.
I mean, I'm fine with using Little Pot if you think it'll fit the sauce.
I'm not sure if it'll fit the sauce. Because we're making. Hold on. So no, it'll fit the sauce.
We're making it real quick.
Yeah, we're only making about 17, 18 ounces of sauce. Should be cutting it close.
We probably do it.
But will it reduce fast enough? Because you got to put some water.
Yeah, we need like surface area.
Yeah, I don't think it'll cook fast enough.
I think we go with the stainless steel.
Sorry, Little Pot doesn't get his justice today.
Because it'll take too long to reduce with that little surface area. Please use grown up measuring and you speaking on other.
What?
Grown up measuring it. We're in America. We use imperial.
No, we're in America. We use American. It's not imperial. It does imperial.
Cups, ounces. Kilos.
All right. So, since we're going to be using this instead, we're going to want to make sure to cut up our onions, chop up our basil. You can either do a nice julienne or a full chop on your onions and basil. Really, just depends on what you want your texture to look like.
I like a dice on the basil and a chiffonade on the chiffonade on the basil.
Yeah.
Dice on the onions. I said it backwards.
So you can either do this by hand or you can use a machine. I have a magic bullet I can use, but I don't really know how to use it, so we're just going to stick with doing it by hand.
Oops, hang on.
Oh, yep. Thank you. Let's just, yeah. I figured you had it open still. Always make sure to get rid of that outer layer of the onion. Nobody likes the outer layer. You know, it's usually the protective layer everybody keeps up.
It's fine to leave it on a stock, though. Hey, get out of the trash can. Nope.
Who is it? Oh, yeah. He's probably upset that he didn't actually get as much chicken as he wanted.
Well, there's like 15 of you, so you don't get a vote.
Well, we could eventually do that. I can set up, voting counters and stuff.
No, he said Kiwi know like the tard units.
Oh,
So I'm saying you don't get a vote because there's like 15 of you.
Makes sense.
Taika Waititi and Sam Neill are the only ones that count.
We're not really doing that much, so we're just going to do half of that onion, and we will save
And
the
find
other
the
half for
Concords.
later. We'll save the other half for another recipe. Probably something I cook for tomorrow night's dinner.
I'm just kidding. I love New Zealand. Without New Zealand, we wouldn't have the Lord of the Rings movies.
I mean, we'd still have the land. We don't need the people. Just like an American. Oh.
Why is this cap so flimsy?
I actually don't know why that cap is so flimsy. Can't tell you. So, that is our onion. Now we're going to do our garlic. This garlic comes from the garden of one of my friends who actually is currently viewing. One of my moderators, his name is the Gilfer. I've never known if that's how I was supposed to pronounce it, but we're going with it. No, it's the Gilfer. You know, he's like a gilf, right? We all know what a gilf is, right?
My grandfather, though.
Come on. There we are. Probably don't need 2 full large loaves of garlic, but we're gonna use them anyway.
No. The guy who grew the garlic has the gilf fetish, not him.
I don't know. Andrew is pretty awesome some days. Other days is weird. And an asshole. But we still love you, Andrew. But I'm pretty sure he knows he's an asshole and likes it, so it's fine.
We're just fucking with you.
I have used this in a couple different recipes. He gave me a lot of it, and as you can see, these things are quite massive. And they have a very, very good flavor to them.
Diced garlic. Are you telling the person who is a professional cook in a restaurant how he should be cutting his garlic? That's 20 minutes.
All right, check if they're pull them out, see if they how they look.
Hot.
Well, normally, I will say, normally at work we just use a press for this, and we have a thing for it. We don't actually usually do this by hand. You can do it really however you want. You're just looking to get it really small, not too chunky, because it'll fit better. It'll go better in the sauce if you do it that way. They're over here telling me not to cut myself.
Too much resistance with the parent.
So you want to probably give it, what, 10 more minutes?
I would say let's check it in 5 just in case.
Alright, actually, while we're here, go ahead and pull this down.
Will that fit?
1 or 2 notches. 1 notch is all we really fit. But that's all we should need. Just enough space for the chicken once we get there. So, this is, that's all nice and cut up. All right, where is? Oh yeah, need a new pair of gloves.
They're right there.
Oh, Jordan, you pulled them out.
You pulled them out.
Did I pull them out?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
Watching you cut things horrifies your mom.
Watching me do anything with anything, I think, scares my mother. I think just watching me exist sometimes scares her, and then she's like, he's still part of the family. He does know how to do things. Don't freak out. But but in the back of her mind, she's thinking I'm gonna cut myself because she's seen me handle a knife so many times when I was a kid. And it wasn't pretty when I was a kid. It was quite terrifying. I mean, it's not that much better now, but it was absolutely terrifying then.
I'm the one who cut the tip of his thumbnail off like 4 weeks ago.
That is true. I have actually never cut a part of my finger off. Not to say I haven't cut myself, because I've done that more than a few times. But I've never cut a part of myself off. We go full melty mode on these things. That's definitely 2 slices.
Did it improve the dish? That's what matters. No. Well, no discernible difference.
No discernible difference. Oh, that's great. All right.
You unhygienic savage. Beard net.
The beard adds flavor.
All right, we're gonna melt some cheese.
All right. So we're not gonna start that just yet.
He wants you to shave on stream.
You want me to shave on stream, not a chance. Like 0 chance.
You're just jealous.
She
Glorious.
can't grow a beard. Passion stuff is a she, as far as we know.
Women can grow beards.
I mean, she can.
It's a staple of a freak show. Oh God! If you don't want to, if you're nervous about him with a knife, straight razor shave.
Not happening. That is not happening.
Start sweating those veggies.
Yeah.
All right.
Because the basil is not going to go in until after.
After the tomatoes do, right?
Yep.
I may have had the heat up too much.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit too hot, but it'll be fine. A little bit high is not going to be a big deal.
I'm gonna turn the heat down and take it off the coil for a minute. Here's that spatula.
I have no idea where. Oh, you put it right there. Well, I put that over there so you guys could watch them, heat up our onions and garlic to a nice little fragrance. But doesn't look like you're gonna get to watch that.
I had the heat too high. What do you want from me? Burnt onions?
No, I definitely don't want burnt onions. That wouldn't be very good.
Put it like here so they can see it.
That works. Hey, Graham, and thank you, Sakuragi, for the gifted, this third gifted sub that you've done so far. All right. While Luke, the sous chef, handles the garlic and onions, there are a couple different ways you could do a shift knot. So, first way most people are going to do it is they'll just straight cut it like this. Just make a nice stack and straight cut. And the other way a lot of people are going to do it is chop off your ends, roll them, take it from soft side down.
Still a little firm.
That's perfectly fine. Now, now we want to be putting that chicken in there alongside them. There we are. That way you get a nice consistent cut throughout. Now this fresh basil is going to go, which was provided to me by my amazing mother. We'll go in once we get a nice small bit of reduction on our sauce over here. All right. So, since we've got a nice fragrance on our garlic and onions over here, it's not too hot.
I did put a pinch of salt in it that helps bring the water out of the. It looks like it smells amazing.
Looks like it smells amazing. That is accurate. It does look like it smells amazing. It also does smell amazing. All right, so you want to get that. You want to add a little bit of water, not too much.
Crush a pepper.
Yes. Go ahead and crush some black pepper over top of your mix.
Wait till the end to put salt in your sauces, though.
Yes. You want to wait till the end to put your sauce. You want to bring this temperature back up.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't pre-made sauce, it was just crushed tomatoes.
Yes, just crushed tomatoes. Yes, just use, you're going to use crushed tomatoes because the texture on them and the reduction on them tastes a lot better than if you're going to use the paste or just straight sauce itself.
A little bit of paste in with the sauteed garlic and onions, like no more than a tablespoon, though, does amp up.
I could see that for sure. So now you have the option of you can go ahead and add about a teaspoon of sugar to this if you would like. It's going to bring out that sweetness inside your tomatoes. I was actually going to ask you if you would want that, or you would like to leave it out. I
like to do it in a short cook. If we're going to do a long cook, it doesn't need it. But since we're cooking it short, I think it
sounds good. Yeah. There we are. I do think it would benefit it quite a bit, but it was, once again, you're looking to eat healthier. So we're trying to make sure
but like a teaspoon of sugar in that amount of sauce is
pretty negligible. I wasn't sure how healthy you were going, to be honest.
Well, I can tell you this is the first dessert I've eaten since last week.
Ah, nice.
Not this, the dessert we're going to make.
Of course, of course. I figured that is what you meant.
I'm gonna go ahead and squash one of my a little bit firm. I think it's like cooked enough.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and pop that in. How much time is left on the timer? topping in our chicken with the mozzarella. It'll definitely take a little longer than a minute and a half to cook. I was hoping to put it in there around the same time. They do look really good. I love them. They're absolutely awesome. Just a second.
You know,
Oh, is that what they were hunting after?
maybe.
See, they look really nice, and they also are a really nice size. Just easy. This will give me a lot of recipes out of all three of these.
My gloves, because I just.
Yes, thank you. And you also just whack the countertop, which the countertop should be clean, but who knows? Just in case, because you're next to the sink.
No, clapped in the air.
Oh, you clapped it in the air?
Yeah.
That explains why it was so.
Because I'm good.
Obviously, don't let your sauce just sit there. Because if you let your sauce just sit there, it's going to burn. Now that we've brought it to a nice boil, though, we do want to get our basil in there.
Stove. Chiffonade means ribbon in French, but.
Oh, yeah. That fresh basil's adding.
Oh, your grandma's here too.
Yeah. Sakuragi gifted her a sub, too.
Nice.
Squash is peony too. I hate putting gloves on after I've already had gloves on because my hands get sweaty. It's been in there for 10 minutes now.
Been there for 30.
Or 10 extra minutes, I mean.
Alright. I didn't actually. Oh, yes, I did. There we go. I didn't actually get a towel out for this.
Why we wear aprons.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That is perfectly good. That should peel up real nice. The outer texture is very tough, but the inside is very nice and tender. So what?
Just to
That's perfectly fine.
get a little bit more of those fat cells.
Good.
They some team was where when he makes red sauce in his restaurant, he doesn't basically makes oil extraction with garlic and herbs, mixes that with tomatoes, anything chunky.
Nice. So just so you guys see what he's working on, we went ahead and added a little bit more oil for the nice little bit of fatty flavor that comes from it.
That's solve a lot of flavor.
See, I've now that we're coming into the summer, I actually really do need to get plants for my balcony, because my balcony is perfectly set up for it. I can just set them on the inside there. I don't have, it's not gated in like the last one was, so I can actually just grow them out there on the balcony. So I definitely want to do that.
I recommend rosemary.
Well, yeah, I'd be doing like rosemary,
Hearty as hell
basil, and
delicious.
yeah, I'd look into it, see what was the easiest to grow around here, just to so I didn't accidentally grow something and let it die.
Probably basil and rosemary. And my parents always had good luck with cilantro.
Cilantro?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're not one of those people who...
Jared thinks cilantro tastes like soap.
That's a genetic thing.
I don't think. No, I think Jared just literally hates cilantro.
No,
I don't think he thinks it actually tastes like soap. I think he just doesn't like it.
There's literally a genetic
I know
thing
there is.
that makes it taste like soap to some people.
No, I definitely know that there is. I just think that he really just doesn't like it, and that's his way of describing it. I could be wrong. Is that a thing in our family, Mom? I don't know. Yeah, he absolutely hates it, though.
Did you know that the asparagus pea thing is also genetic?
Really?
Yeah. Some people don't secrete whatever it is that causes the smell,
Yeah.
and some people don't smell whatever it is. They actually can't agree what the actual substance is. But
We are technically in lockdown, but both of us are considered essential employees.
so we're dealing with the public anyway.
Yeah, so we deal with the public daily, constantly. So the chances of us, either of us, really being worried about it are pretty low.
Plus, I'm in healthcare and he's in food service. We know how to actually properly take precautions.
Which is very true. And we do have an outside still. Plenty of people here in America are ignoring the lockdowns. Plenty of people are just doing what they want and not necessarily paying attention to them. Other people, are doing it correctly.
And like I work
So
mostly nights,
wrong.
and so I'm like a shut-in during the day anyway.
So when you're doing this, honestly, if you've never done a spaghetti squash before, easiest way to do this is just going to be able to just to take your fork and dig it on out.
I'm gonna check on our cheese.
We're becoming close,
We're good. We're not getting any browning yet.
I guess. And if you did more than what you were originally planning on doing, like you have more than enough for 2 people to eat, which I don't know how much you want to eat, Luke.
I probably only eat one.
The spaghetti squash does hold perfectly fine. You can either go ahead and keep it in the tin foil and heat it up in the oven at 400 for about 10 minutes. Or you can just go ahead and peel it out, which is what I'm going to do. And just microwave it later. Heat it back up that way.
Right to a full. Insulting me.
No, they're insulting me. They're complimenting you. They're talking about how I clean floors and occasionally peel a potato.
That's his former gamer tag, which is Irish Ninja.
Yes. I'm gonna warn you, it's gonna smell like squash. So if you don't like squash, don't use spaghetti squash.
I mean, it's in the name. You would think you wouldn't have to, but
But I've had people who are like, "Oh, I'll use spaghetti squash because it's healthier." They're like, "Why does this taste so bad?" Because you're an idiot.
and you squash. But you love spaghetti squash and didn't think squash. They're dumb, man.
They really are. And that was my ex. Yeah.
Which one? You don't want to call her out on stream.
Nope. I'm gonna be nice.
Tell me later,
Will do.
because I'm genuinely curious.
Oh, yeah? Sounds like she dodged a bullet. Oh, Sakuragi, so nice. You're so nice to me. So, this is what your spaghetti squash is going to look like when it's all said and done.
Definitely needs salt.
Yeah, of course it's going to need salt. Clean up the plate a little bit.
Pepper grinder over there.
Pepper grinder should be behind you. He's over there making sure to finish that up appropriately. Yeah, that's a little bit of basil. The Rona. It is most definitely not the Rona. I don't have any of the Rona here. And of course, if you would like, you can always garnish it with a little bit more basil. And I'm going to do that. A little bit more fresh basil for the garnish here. So Sakuragi, what crackers are you going to put that caviar on? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, right there. Oh, we're going with the gluten-free multigrain.
I'd go with mini blintzes myself.
Mini blintzes.
With the sour cream.
Oh no, he was with this. I have no idea. I've never actually had caviar. Yeah.
But I watch a lot of food TV.
Never gluten-free. There you go. All right, how are we looking on our melty cheese? Almost.
Almost.
We're almost there.
No browning yet.
And that's why I'm using a grated pan, so that even if it drops down, huh?
I smell something.
Smell something?
I smell something. Not the broccoli. Garbage can?
As long as it's nothing that we're eating, it is perfectly fine.
The garlic smells fine. Or the broccoli smells fine.
Also, this is gonna sound terrible, but if Cal just used the bathroom, he makes since we adopted him, every single time he uses the bathroom, he makes the place smell like something died.
How old was he when he was injured?
Pretty much as early as you could.
Yeah, that's not it. Cat milk, cat pee is the worst pee.
Yeah, definitely not that.
Is the
So if you're worried about time when you finish your sauce, you can always throw that sauce on a simmer. I'm not really that worried about time. We probably have 2 to 3 minutes left on our chicken, and then our broccoli will be done minutes after that. Cure for gluten sensitivity.
I mean, all the pasta and flour that's gone. The sauce on the spaghetti squash.
Yes. It's supposed to be.
The chicken.
Of course. There we are. We got our. Let's switch cameras. A nice tomato basil sauce. You sure?
Yeah.
Not sure. I didn't double check the date. We're not gonna eat that.
Yeah. If there's any question.
So sadly, we're definitely not going. I think that there's something off about our broccoli. They didn't have any fresh broccoli in-house, so I bought a bag.
Used by 412.
Yeah. Oh well. I bought a bag in the store, and it seems off to me, so we are actually not going to use that tonight. I'll get over it, and we're just gonna have to
Stick with the spaghetti squash.
Yeah.
At least it's a vegetable.
Yes.
And now I'm glad we went with spaghetti sauce instead of the spaghetti.
Very glad we went with spaghetti sauce, so we at least got some vegetables in our food here. Basil is definitely not enough of a vegetable. Yeah, that stuff's falling apart. I'm like 90% sure that's bad. Ooh.
Check the
Yes.
probably good. We really want browning, we can boil it for a second. But
Oh, I'm not too worried about that portion of it.
we also don't want to overcook our chicken.
Which, if you can hear it, it's coming to that point. Remove the tongs. They've already dealt with raw chicken. I'm not going to worry about that. Looking at me.
Oh yeah, that like disintegrated when it. That's that.
Oh yeah, that's why I was worried about it. There we are. Alright guys, and don't forget we are doing a blackberry cobbler, you said?
Yep.
We're doing a blackberry cobbler after we have eaten this wonderful dinner. Sadly, less wonderful than I wanted it to be. We have lost the broccoli for the night. It does make me sad.
All right, we actually made the perfect amount of sauce.
Very nice. And obviously, gotta get pictures. Like like all white girls say, I want a picture of this before I eat it. That's how white girls talk, right? Hash.
She stuffed the chicken with a bit of parsley butter.
Tweet it, don't eat it. There you go.
The gram.
Not a white girl. Oh, we did forget to. Terrible about garnish. Even at work, I'm terrible about garnishes, actually. Interestingly enough. Just inhale it. That is the appropriate way to consume food. This is where not having Luke's computer, or sorry, Matt's computer makes me upset. Because it is very difficult to keep track of conversation.
You can always open up.
That's what I'm doing. Making sure to turn off that oven. Always make sure to turn off your oven. Even though I leave it on every so often, it'll burn down your house. Unless you're lucky enough to live in, essentially, a steel house. Solid taste test reaction. That is exactly what we're about to do.
Go with just the chicken by itself first, just the
Just inhaling it.
yes.
Alright. No, but seriously, this is actually really delicious. The chicken, we stopped cooking that chicken perfectly. The sauce, I know, right? So good. Juicy is really nice and juicy. That crust is really crispy.
Really crispy.
Nice, and that added touch of salt there at the end helps as well.
I just begging for attention. Slash food.
No, it's just attention. She hasn't been given it. She's been asking for attention all morning. I've given her attention all morning, and she wants more. But I haven't even gotten to my cheese yet.
Chicken's perfect. Hot. Like, sorry for cursing, but it's that good.
It is absolutely phenomenal. And it's still, even through the sauce, and even through that cheese, has a really crispy outside.
Still tastes chicken, too.
Mm-hmm. Now let's get some spaghetti squash in us. Which I probably should have salted this, but it's spaghetti squash. It goes quite well with the tomato basil sauce, though.
So, needs more
Yeah.
Heinz ketchup. That hurts. Every Italian in the universe.
Sakuragi, you're lucky I love you. As a human being, not as like a life partner, that'd be scary. I don't even know you.
This is a nice table.
I went ahead and made sure to get all of the stuff off of it. Really, butter is what I should have put. Yeah, a little bit of Kerrygold on that squash would have been real nice.
But a little bit healthier.
We are trying to be a little healthier.
Disappointing day.
Trust me, Hatch. If you had some of this food, you wouldn't be disappointed. Oh my Gideon. I'm not following you. No, I don't follow you to pet you. No, I have cat germs on my hands now. But I live with cats, so I will be perfectly fine with cat germs. As I continue to devour this food. I definitely think broccoli would have gone really well with this, though, just as a nice little template on the side, not having to worry about anything much with it.
Still would have preferred roast.
I get that.
Brussels sprouts would have been.
You're right. And we might have to do those in the future.
Sakuragi. Crispy Brussels sprouts. Like fried or just roasted? Like
No,
nice
no.
and
So
roasty?
my mother has this amazing cheesy Brussels sprout recipe that I definitely am gonna have to have her make on stream. Absolutely, it
I
is
should make
delicious.
my mom's green bean. Freaking delicious. Makes it every holiday.
Green bean, like just casserole or just green beans?
Just green bean
Okay.
casserole. Green bean casserole was invented to sell cream of mushroom. That's not a joke.
But tuna casserole does it perfectly fine. I don't know why they need to worry about it.
Center of the chicken might.
You must have gotten the thickest piece because mine is all the way through perfect.
It's not pink or anything.
Taylor.
I'm gonna die.
No. It does actually require a decent bit of temperature loss for it to be a problem.
But if I have a snake, so I'm into salmonella. What's wrong with me?
That is a very broad question. What is wrong with me? There's a lot wrong with us.
There's a lot wrong with me.
Human beings in general, we are all crazy. Would you mind acquiring me some?
Sure.
Thank you. It is absolutely phenomenal. So the
About the spaghetti squash, I'm eating a little salt. So I'm...
yeah,
All you have is a coffee cup.
no, in the dishwasher.
Let me get more cups.
I think most of them are in Matt's room. Cobbler has not been done yet. We will be doing the cobbler here in, what do you say, about 10, 15 minutes at worst?
Yeah.
We're almost done with our food, so about 10 minutes.
I like how you have a rock salt burner and never fill it.
No, I just need more rock salt, and I can't find any since the whole shutdown of everything. Have to be careful because I don't think the chicken needs any more salt.
Oh no. I separated it.
Yeah. Chicken, honestly, the chicken and the sauce, super spot on. The squash is squash.
We should have salted it before.
I need to learn a way to do something different, extra with the spaghetti squash.
So,
Oh, well, that's a knife down.
so
You have not missed dessert, Shelby. I keep calling you Shelby because your name, Sarah. I don't know why. I look at it, think Shelby. Then my brain's like,
because what people's brains do
yeah,
is they take the first and last letter and then combine all the middle letters. That's why
Yeah.
if you mix up the middle letters, you can still read. So what I've seen was squash, salt, and olive oil, and then just fry roast it.
that could be good, for sure. You want attention now too? Ask him if he wants attention. He just pops up in my lap. Yeah. No, definitely, like you said earlier. This is just the way that I'm used to cooking it, so I was going to do it the way I knew how to do it. And we can play around with other stuff at another time. Oh, keep your tail down. You're not putting your tail in my food. Trying to contaminate my food. And even at this point, the crust, it's not crispy, but it still brings a really nice flavor to it all.
Yeah, it loses its crispiness the longer the sauce sits on it.
Of course.
That's just
Which is why honey chicken never makes sense for me to see anyone order takeout. Because it gets soggy by the time you get home.
yeah. That's Taco Bell. That's my problem with Taco Bell delivery. If you order anything crunchy, it's gonna be soggy by the time.
My Taco Bell delivery would be in the form of Matt if I ever wanted it.
Matt going to get it.
No, getting it on his way home.
Mm.
Matt will actually be here at the end of the stream, amusingly enough, today.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's gonna try some cobbler.
Most likely, yes. It is absolutely a fantastic meal.
Some other steamed vegetable would be nice, but I'm not eating that broccoli.
No, nobody's eating that. It has been thrown away.
I'm not a huge fan of the plastic.
I was worried about it.
Turns out your fears were well.
Yeah, and I will never be buying it again.
Don't give me that grumpy face. You're the one being a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Not as being.
Yes, all day today, Sonata has been hissing at me for no reason. Sheldon is a kitty cat that we gave them 2 years ago now? Maybe 3. I don't know. It's been a while. No, it's been more than that. When did I break up? Well, when did me and Lauren break up? 3 or 4 years ago.
I would say
November after that, which was like a month after that.
you had a whole girlfriend, so it would have been. Yeah. I met the bald dude at Fear Fest in
Thanksgiving 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Hash. She's talking about Sheldon, her cat, not any of mine.
If that's the bald guy with the goatee's name, yes. I have a picture of it on my Facebook. But the cooler person that I met there was.
Right. So, seeing as our plates are empty, and it is coming up on 8 o'clock, I turned. Oh, you're hissing at her. Not surprised. I feel it is time. The cobbler.
And cobbler. Yeah, I was on a paranormal investigation
Why is it
team.
called cobbler, by the way?
I have no idea.
Somebody should look up why it's called cobbler, because I thought cobblers were the people who make shoes.
They are.
So, why are a fruit-esque?
The top is a cobble, like cobblestones.
Top is a cobble?
The difference between cobbler and pie is cobbler is enclosed in a pastry. Cobbler is not enclosed in a pastry. Basically, a flat pie ish, but instead of a pastry crust, there's like a batter. I'll explain it as I'm making it.
Sounds good.
Because you're a foreigner. So. No, it's not a lattice on top. I'll show you. We'll show you.
All right.
Maybe related archaic word cobbler means. Yeah. So
Let's go. You're gonna have to get down, little buddy. I know you want the attention, but you gotta get down. All right. So let's switch back around. Berries should be in the fridge.
Alright. So, first thing you need 9 by 13 dish. So, I like glass or Pyrex, but metal works as well. What you want to do is start preheating your oven at 325. Garrett has been a ginger this whole time. No, that's his brother.
It's because my beard is red.
Oven. That preheating. Self some butter.
Always with the Kerrygold, so long as it's still in stock.
So this whole thing. So two American sticks of butter. Which is about half a cup or 16 tablespoons. I don't know what that is in Mexico. Said this would be healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Healthy desserts are just fruit.
Yeah.
So, what you want to do is cut it up into pieces so it'll melt a little quicker. Put it into whatever you're going to make your cobbler in.
What should I preheat to?
Oh, it's preheating. 325. While it's preheating, you just take your dish full of butter and put it in there so that the butter will melt. I'm gonna get everything ready while that's melting, so that it'll go pretty quick once the butter's melted, so we don't overcook anything. I need a bowl, cup measure. glass right now.
You'll want to go from the other side.
Second.
So, a nice size mixing bowl.
Right, and I need a whisk. Whisk. All right. This is the simplest recipe in the world. So it's equal parts. For this size of a cobbler, we're going to be doing 1 cup.
Flour.
Yep. Flour. 1 cup. Doesn't have to be exact. Cup of flour.
They're so nice. These the top slip straight off, slip right back on, and then really sealed, which is super nice.
Yeah, just normal all-purpose flour. 1 cup. Break up some chunks. Just plain white granulated sugar. Little pinch of salt, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon, just to have a little bit of seasoning. All mixed together.
I did. I'm an idiot.
And then 1 cup of milk. Now, that's all you technically really need, but I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla extract to make it a little bit more fancy. Don't want to mix this up too much, create too much gluten. You want the sugar to dissolve all of the flour.
Now, I will say, if you don't get all the sugar dissolved perfectly, it is going into a heated oven.
Yeah.
Inside of a liquid. It will, for the most part, heat up fairly well and cook down.
Okay, actually. I think it's a little bit here. So what you want basically is the consistency of pancake batter.
We all know pancakes are delicious.
Grab me some vanilla extract.
Vanilla extract, yes.
Or if you want to be real fancy, you can scrape a vanilla.
No, I'm gonna go with vanilla extract.
We don't got time for that. Alright.
About how much are we looking?
I think we were a little humid in here, so the are you making fun of my measuring volumes?
So what he's saying is between 1 cup and 1 1/4 flour, depending on humidity.
Yeah, because when you measure flour by volume, how much you actually get is gonna. All right. So we got butter.
Most definitely. Butter is nice and almost entirely melting.
Bring that out here so we can show the process.
Where's my glove? Thank you. Oh, never mind.
I have a question.
I was gonna use the glove.
Always melted butter on the hob. What's the benefit? Just gets it into the pan and it doesn't doesn't dirty another thing for you to wash. All right. So
Front door.
approximately a pound
Matt is home, guys.
of the fresh berries or
So this is the first time he's ever been here on stream.
fruit of your choice. We're going with blackberries.
Blackberries, because blackberries are absolutely delicious.
Spread around evenly. And then pour your batter. Top.
Area special.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then your batter and your butter. Bread. Cobbler. Get all of it.
That looks absolutely delicious.
Right?
So this isn't going to be one of those things where we put it in there and then we pull a whole other one out?
No.
I would never eat that much cobbler inside of 2 years. So...
Yeah, this is enough for a family. So this will go, it's blowing your tiny mind. This will go in your 325-degree oven for anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes, depending. So what you want is a little bit of browning, and it's for it to solidify. Visit him in Vegas. He just wants our food. He could just follow the recipes himself.
Or we can visit him in Vegas. We would just need a room. I would not be opposed to making that trip because then I'd get to go do another like 5 hours and go see Elizabeth too.
I had bad.
Did you waste money?
No, I was.
Oh, well, you were 13. We're now like almost 30.
No, wait, what's it? Probably 14. But got stuck in traffic going over the Hoover Dam. But we were literally sitting still 4.5 hours. Terrorist threat. Every single fucking car over there. And then we got there. We were exhausted.
Yeah.
But we were like, we're only in Vegas for one night. Walk the strip and then go places.
Oh,
So
see,
I was in like a friggin' exhausted death
You
march.
gotta make sure you have plenty of time. That's the difference there. So now we've got about another 30 minutes of downtime here.
Ish.
So I don't necessarily have much to fill that time with, actually. Totally should have brought something else here to do. But
We could bring Matt out here and introduce him to.
can do that for sure. Or we can do cookies if you guys want. We can do a batch of cookies. Chocolate chip. I got the rest. I got the ingredients for it all. Brown sugar as well. Brown sugar. Correct. Always gotta make sure you have the brown sugar for them, otherwise they just don't taste quite right.
So, you know the
Sorry, you were.
tasty or whatever it's called, like X amount of time cookie versus X amount of time cookie versus like the increasing amount of time for the thing.
No.
No, it's well, Tasty Food does. There's a series where they do a recipe that takes like really short amount of time versus like a medium amount of time, which is like a really long time.
Yeah.
And their cookie ones, I made their 2-day cookie recipe, and I brought it to your house for game night. They were gone in about 4 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, very much so.
That was amazing cookies. We don't have time for that.
No, we definitely aren't going to be streaming for 2 days straight. We only have about 30 minutes, or we can all just hang out. All of them are options.
I mean,
we can clean up a little bit too. That's something I can do. I'm bad about cleaning up until the very end and or next morning.
Yeah, you're from New Zealand. Like, no wonder it's blowing your tiny mind. You're from New Zealand. You probably never had cobbler in your entire life.
Why would she have not had cobbler just because she's in New Zealand?
Because it's an American dish. It doesn't exist anywhere but America.
Oh wow! I actually didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. See, it's not a pie. It's very different.
They are very different.
A lot less finicky than pie.
Totally out of tomato sauce.
Yeah. That's very true.
Oh, that's great.
Hey Matt, you want some chicken parmesan with no tomato sauce?
No, he has plenty of tomato sauce. It's just not the fresh made stuff, sadly. But if it's not fresh made and you microwave it anyway, it's going to taste about like a decent bottled one anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't taste the same if it's not fresh. I actually did think the extra garnish on top was very nice. I felt like that added a decent enough flavor.
Little fresh herbal thing.
For sure. So I'm very happy that I did that, and always happy to use fresh ingredients versus dried. While dried adds some flavor, the amount is minimal comparatively.
The older it is.
Yeah.
Though I will say, in a sauce, canned tomatoes, practically indiscernible.
Yeah. I mean, that's,
Fresh. A hell of a lot less effort.
Way less effort. Especially crushed.
Indistinguishable, that's what
Nobody responded to cookies, so I guess we're not doing cookies.
Batter on your dang map.
Oh yeah, that's not good. Well, that I will actually. I'm gonna wipe this up first.
My bad.
You're good. It happens. I've gotten food on it before. Cleans off perfectly fine. It is meant for gamers, after all. Also gotta wash it with the cats trying to climb on it and all that stuff constantly. Had to teach them the first couple days not to scratch it. It makes a funny
So
noise.
you're gonna do a song and dance while we wait for it to bake?
A song and dance?
We could make whipped cream for the cobbler.
We could actually make whipped cream.
Do you have any heavy cream?
Yeah, I have heavy cream now.
Yeah.
They added it at the store earlier, so I do.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm buying it every single time I see it.
Do you want to do it by hand? Make it all.
Yeah, I mean that's easy enough.
I mean, it's a lot of effort, but.
Or we could pull out the mixer.
Yeah.
Because we have a mixer now. We could actually just pull out the mixer. Totally
Thanks,
forgot.
Graham.
Yes, thank you, Graham. Which side did I put it on? I put it on over here.
Oh.
There we go.
Is that cups of chocolate milk in your fridge?
Cups of chocolate milk.
It's pudding.
No, that's pudding.
Oh, do you have the whisk attachment?
Yes. This is just like the second time I'm using it, so third time. Third time I'm using it.
Where did I put them? Right.
Yeah. That is the whisk attachment.
Why are you making cobbler when you have pudding?
Because that's store-bought pudding. And I can't just go, alright guys, and for dessert, opening some pudding.
Oh, and hash and stuff. We're talking about what you would call chocolate custard. Pudding.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Pudding. No, it's not. It's not mousse. It's
No.
thicker than mousse.
Yeah. That is funny. Oh, man.
You guys making?
Welcome, man.
We made some chicken parmesan with spaghetti squash. We are out of our homemade sauce, but I understand.
Totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
Forgot completely about me.
Yes, I did, because you're usually home at 1 in the morning.
We had a whole
Introduce
discussion
yourself
about
to
it
the people.
yesterday.
I was, because of dessert. I actually expected you to be around 10, remember? So, any of you guys who have known me for a while know this guy. This is Matt. He's been my friend for 22 years? Or 21?
Sounds about right.
Either
Close
22
enough.
or 21 years. Hash
21
and
and a
stuff
half.
knows him as well. Hash is here. Say hi to Hash.
Hi, Hash.
My grandmother and mother are both here as well. Coulter.
Greetings.
Sakuragi, who is
Yes,
the
you know
troll.
you know Sakuragi as well, I think. If you've hung out at my stream at all, you know Sakuragi. He is a nightly viewer. Absolutely awesome. He's a bit of a troll, but he's fun loving. So
Especially about the food. He says blasphemous stuff.
he does say blasphemous stuff.
Like-
Oh, guys! Wait, all right. I've got it. I'm gonna do it this way. So we've got another one in the war.
I think I'll abstain.
What?
He refuses. No, not that. That.
Oh. There's 3 syllables in the word. Like, officially. That's how you
Yeah.
officially pronounce the word.
Depends. So, there's the British way of saying it, the Canadian way of saying it. 2 of those are wrong. But I'm not gonna say which one. So, I
Oh.
was promised food, so that's what I'm here.
Yes! There's plenty of food.
This says used by 319.
We are talking about Kreml. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
I'm throwing this away. It's a month out of date.
This one's the
So you said there was no sauce left?
correct.
I mean, if you want to try to scrape what little there is there.
We are talking about the pronunciation of Kreml.
It's
give it
paramount.
sauce,
Thank you, Hash. Thank you.
Luke has another on his side.
I know I had pasta.
I thought it was in here still.
Yeah.
Careful. Yeah.
Well, that's a little inconvenient.
Vanilla.
Could you finish this?
All right. So
very recently. 30
whipped
minutes.
cream.
What are you guys making for dessert?
Cobbler. Blackberry cobbler.
Little bit of vanilla, heavy whipping cream. Get it going with a whisk, and then add a little bit of stream a little bit of sugar in. I'm going with like half.
She's wanted attention all day. I've given her attention all day. And yet she's still. Oh, you already have the quarter cut. Got it. Don't touch the broccoli. It was bad. I just haven't thrown it away yet. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, because we say Craig and Graham instead of Craig and Graham.
Oh. You gotta make sure this is on high. Eating real fast. That way it's gonna get in, form up into peeps. You guys all know how to make it, right? With an actual either hand mixer or stand mixer, it becomes a very, very easy process. We can technically do it by hand, but I don't feel like it. And we've got this bad boy, so why would we? No, actually, this is a gift from my grandmother. So, sub dollars have paid for all of these extra cameras, actually. The ability to stream, to bounce between that, that is all the sub dollars at work, actually. And it has done some great wonders.
And that's it. We already got stiff peaks.
So this camera is right here. It's on my phone, which is it's on an old phone. This camera is the C22SX or whatever it is, and then that one is a whole C910. So yeah.
Good.
So, got a mouthful of food over here on the roommate.
Remaining chicken.
Hold on. Let's see how this looks.
Remember like a wrong mic.
No, it's not. It's fine. There we go.
They want to watch me eat.
Oh, they watched us.
They watched us eat.
Well, they hung out with us while we ate. So his reaction is what? What is your reaction?
Want some spaghetti squash?
I give it a thumbs up.
A single thumbs up?
1.5.
1.5 thumbs up? You weren't here
We
for it being
also had
warm.
it fresh off the frying pan
Yeah.
and the oven, so.
They stare and judge silently, as Sakuragi says.
That's okay. As long as you're silent about it.
That one right there, which it's not adjusted for bright light, so it kind of looks really dull and weird over there. It is adjusted for the darkness because we don't actually use any light in here. The only light I'm using is the one that is right here. It's a ring light because it looks far better. Because watch what happens. Watch what happens when we turn the actual light on. Ah! Terrible looking.
Nope. Ready?
That's the screen there, then you were right next to me saying it.
There's a bit of a delay.
Yes. Adjusted for the darkness. Because it usually is streaming me in my room in the darkness. About how far out are we looking?
I would say at least 20 minutes. It's
20 minutes?
It's starting to solidify, but there's still visible butter, and it's not.
I feel like he means 15. Huh? No. No apple juice. We've got your, I believe, coffee, milk, water, filtered, and then we've got the lemonade. Cool. I'll throw a thing of that together. Actually, toss me my cup too.
Yep.
Just the water there.
That was, yeah.
And pudding is not a drink, though.
Who just called pudding a drink?
Hash.
Hash, pudding's not a drink. It's a dessert-like substance. We're doing just country time.
Oh.
See, I cheat on my lemonade.
They have powdered lemonade.
Yes, I don't have real lemonade. I wish I had real lemonade. But I don't feel like buying the lemons for that.
Pudding is not thick chocolate milk.
No, not at all. Actually, no, it is pretty close.
You should add a cocktail section to the food stream.
Yeah. If I'm gonna do cocktails, I'm gonna make sure Jared's here, and Jared will do our drinks for us.
Yeah.
He is a bartender after all. That would actually be kind of cool.
Much of the
And he's pretty good with flavor profiles, so. Huh?
How much of the upstairs thunking around do they hear?
None. I have it set up to where, for the most part, unless I'm talking, no other background sound comes through.
Let's not sit on these kids. Kidding.
Yeah. She just wants your attention, is all.
As always.
As soon as you put egg in the sauce,
I drink applesauce. I don't think either of these two drink applesauce.
I don't have Corona. I choked on my own spit.
He has Corona. He's got the Rona. We all have the Rona now.
Any of us have it.
Yeah, it is much more likely that you'll have it than any of us.
Yeah. I mean, my clinic side, so I don't really have space on it.
That's
Burn! Ouch, Sakuragi. Ow! That hurt!
Just suck, and I've seen you play Apex.
That hurts!
Oh, burn!
give that 2 thumbs up.
Wow, I see how it is. He gives that 2 thumbs up. He didn't even give my food 2 thumbs up.
To be fair, you lost half a thumb because
That's your fault.
And didn't
You
have any
shouldn't
of the
have been at
sauce
work.
we made.
You should have been quarantining. You also didn't have any of the fresh made sauce.
didn't make enough sauce for me. That's worth at least half a thumb.
I think that's the bigger problem. Yeah. But you'll actually be on this route consistently, right?
Yeah, I should.
Yeah. So next time I'll try and make sure to actually remember it. Chill out, little one. Oh! Ah. Fair point. Would have had enough if I had used small pot. I don't think I would have had enough if I had used small pot. Small pot only makes about, what did we determine it was? 3.5 cups?
Ish.
Yeah. We made more than, we made just shy of 3.5 cups.
So what it is that you two ate.
Now
Nah.
we put an adequate amount on our spaghetti
Well, no,
squash and chicken.
Once it reduced down, it wasn't that much.
Yeah.
It started out about 3.5 cups and then reduced down.
A likely story.
Very likely story.
If only there was a recorded evidence for me to check, but unfortunately there isn't.
Alright, but so he's worried about recorded evidence to check. Speaking of recorded evidence to check, this video will be posted to the Soggy Green Bean as of Saturday night, probably around midnight. So
YouTube?
on YouTube. So everyone who needs that recorded evidence can go to the Soggy Green Bean and watch or rewatch this video.
You're welcome for the second.
All right, so we are looking at probably another 10 to 15 minutes on the custard. Sorry, cobbler. Sorry, you guys are talking about custard. My brain's all the way out here. Apparently,
13 and a half.
About 13 and a half minutes left
If
on that
it's done.
cobbler.
We're going to check it at that point.
Yes. And
Because you don't want to open the oven. I opened the oven because I forgot to set a timer from the beginning. so I estimated. The easiest cobbler recipe.
Well, it was butter, flour, sugar, fruit, and a tad bit of salt and milk. Yeah.
They're technically optional.
Yeah.
So 7 ingredients.
What are you doing, you little butt?
I can. It's off the counter apparently.
Ridley's over there going to N64 controllers. Okay. I like that. Okay. I will definitely look into creating that. Okay, thank you. I actually really appreciate that suggestion. I will probably set that up maybe even tonight. We'll see. Chat overlay is what they're referring to, so that they constantly see what's going on over here. And where should I set the...
They just want to see themselves on screen.
They probably do want to see themselves on screen, but they're here enough that they are validated. It is fair that they want to see themselves on screen.
Just be careful, don't give them too much power.
No, I'll give them plenty of power.
They have put too.
Said Sakuragi was talking about, and you just said too much butter. Serious statement. I feel like that's more.
We got some hmms.
Not a profanity, but what is it? 5?
I could turn on a profanity filter. It would have to be a funny one, though. I'd have to change, have it change what you guys say to things that are amusing.
Have changed their profanity.
Change their profanity to links to my... a random link.
Yep.
Or just Rick rolling universe.
I mean, that would require the entire universe to actually watch my videos.
Yes.
That'd be awesome. That'd be a lot of beings, I guess. Not even just humans. I don't personally have that huge of an issue with swearing, Panache. And welcome, by the way. Good to see you. You're here just in time. Well, just a little early for the cobbler to be finished. But YouTube has a little bit of an issue with swearing. They're much
stupid.
It really is. They're much stricter about swearing than other stuff. But these days, as long as you tag it with the fact that it has profanity, it's not that big of a deal. But my stream is marked as mature, so everything I post gets posted under that filter, but not necessarily, but not under like the sexual content filter. So none of it gets blurred out.
Can't say coronavirus without getting.
Well, now you just said it, and this video is going to get demonetized. Because I get so much money from YouTube. No, I don't get anything off YouTube. Basically, I'm using YouTube to archive my videos for the most part. And give it a place, basically make it to where it's easier for anybody who wants to go back and watch them to figure out what we made. Makes it a little easier. I do need to put little timestamps on these things now and be like, hey, this is where this happens and this is where that happens.
What channel?
They can find these on the Soggy Green Bean over on YouTube. And don't forget, guys, if you have a Twitch Prime, you can use it on some channel that you enjoy. And if you enjoy this channel, you can use Twitch Prime on this channel. It's up there. There.
Even if you don't like it, use your Twitch Prime on it anyways. especially if you don't like.
You prefer beer plague? That is a much better term. We should start using beer plague. People won't get freaked out. They'll be like, the what? Beer plague.
That's
Patchy and wispy. You think this is gonna go patchy and wispy in 5 years? Wow.
no, that's me right.
That is a lack of faith. Good, good. Do that, Panache. Do that. Make sure to go to a channel that you like and sub to it. Oh, we got another kitty cat. He's like, I really don't like this. This one doesn't like being picked up that much. He'll tolerate it for a minute while you pet him, but after that he's like, please put me down.
That's 2 of 3 so far.
Oh, don't touch the other one.
She's
in a really pissy mood. Like the I will scratch you pissy mood. Furiosa or Tsunade is the one we're talking about. She is in such a bad mood today. Has been since the minute I started moving my setup for stream.
change.
She's definitely living by her namesake. Oh, she's actually coming out voluntarily? She just meow. Saw her open her mouth, I wasn't sure.
Just ate a bunch.
Probably. That's I swear what she does. She's like, I'm going to eat as much as possible and then go puke it up. And I'm like, you could just eat enough and not puke it up. Furiosa actually is a very old reference at this point, and I think you and Matt are the only ones who know the reference. No, it's not that. Tsunade is Furiosa. That's what she wanted to. I'm saying in reference to the stream. Outside of it, yes, people know what it is. But I'm saying in reference to the stream, those two are pretty much the only ones who know it. And no, Sakuragi, like I said, we're referring to the reference on. I'm talking about the reference on stream. She may have been referring to the actual reference, but she wanted me to name Tsunade Furiosa when we originally got her. I decided against that. I probably shouldn't have, to be honest, based on how she acts.
Both work, honestly.
All right, Mom. Love you. Good night. And sleep well when you get there. Why would I rename her to Quinn? Oh, it's because I call her Mumsies. Like traditionally speaking, I will normally call her Mumsies. So, Mum, not Mom. No, I don't know what Quinn means. Unless it's what Hash just said. Are you gonna look it up for me, someone? Well, no. They just said look it up, so I wasn't sure.
Turned up the temperature to 350 because I don't think it's gonna be ready for bed.
Huh? Oh, Matt put his gross spaghetti stuff in place of it. How long did that take us?
What?
The pasta sauce. 15 minutes?
Ish.
You're telling me how to do it. Available somewhere.
One will be soon. Over on the soggy green bean. Chat isn't getting overlaid yet. I will work on that. And learn how to put a filter on you, Sakuragi. Flowery.
Trying to have the land.
Dance to this while we wait. You know I have no sound on my side, right? So I'd have to like just open it up, look at it.
See lions only in Kenya. Home to Kenya, we've got lions.
For all I know, that just said a bunch of words that I'm not supposed to say on stream.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's the thing.
Oh wait, should I like pop up on the counter and just start twerking it? Oh, don't twerk, you'll get banned. No, have you guys seen them? If I have a bulge now, I can get banned. Do you guys know that? Luckily, I don't have that problem, but you know, if other people who do have that problem can get banned for it. Yeah, the terms of service have been updated today. Specifically about how people dress. It focuses heavily on both male and females, but yeah. You okay? Resist the twerk. It is only enforced if people are reported. So if you don't report, they don't care. You can't stop it, but if someone reports you, they'll have to look into it, which means they have to stare at your crotch for long enough to determine whether it's a gene bulge or a regular bulge. How dare you guys insult the beard? We all know the beard is nice. It is not stringy at all.
Why is it not ready? I don't.
Oh gosh, not even close. You sure it was 325?
But I kicked the 5 minutes. It's not ready, so I kicked it.
Oh, it's because the cobbler's supposed to cook down. Sure, it was only a 20-minute cook time? 30-minute cook time, I mean?
Yeah, 30 to 35. But my.
I mean,
batter was too loose.
I mean, if it was the oven, that'd be a whole nother issue. No, it's an insulting mouth. The beard is fine.
Not butter, but it looks like it's pooling on the top, like it's not. Give it some more time.
You sure you put enough breading in it?
Dude, I follow the recipe.
I know what I'm saying. Are you sure for 2 cups? I'm gonna look it up real quick.
It's my aunt's recipe.
I know, I'm looking up the average. Like, the thing is, though, all recipes are derived from a similar place. And, you know, altered and then altered more. You know, there was a first of almost everything, you know, whether they came up in multiple different locations
Right.
independently.
But her recipe is different from any recipe I've ever seen.
Basically, I'm trying to determine cook time because that's going to be consistent generally across the board.
Not pudding. Unless by pudding you mean dessert. Like.
Yeah, so most of them are 45 minutes. Between 350 and 375. Keep looking. Okay.
I kicked it up to 375 and
375. Oh, that one's 20 minutes. But it's a smaller recipe. It's about half the size. So it makes sense. So it does look like we're looking on waiting a little longer, guys. Yeah, I think your temperature is just wrong. Like, I think the rest. I think you just you misremembered.
there was not supposed to be egg.
Huh?
There's not supposed to be egg.
Who said egg?
Ash.
Oh, yeah, no.
Ash asked if there was supposed to be egg.
No. Not all of these are gonna call for egg, but yeah, most of them are between 350 and 375.
Some of them, some online cobbler recipes basically.
Yeah,
That's not a cobbler.
I have seen that. Like in this, I've seen it.
And by biscuit, we mean American biscuit, not cookie.
Yes, we don't mean cookies.
You have to clarify proper names for things.
We could have blackberry pudding. It'd be very buttery pudding.
It's a savory scone. It's scone with no sugar in it. It's not quite
quite flaky, like the mass-produced things they call quote unquote biscuits. Or can be flaky, but
Expect this to take this long. Anyway, throw that in the fridge. I guess if we're done with that, then I will go ahead and wrap this back up and put it back down. Once again, this stream is sponsored by Akamore's grandmother. And Hash and stuff. Both providing me with great pieces of equipment.
it might have been $3.75 for 30 minutes.
By the way, so Hash, how has the economy been affected down there by this whole thing? I'm not going to talk about the American economy because that'll send everybody in fits of rage. Bad. The time you've been subbed? No, you were subbed to me for like 2 years straight at one point. Like, it was bad. Like, I thought it was funny because I was like, wait, she's still subbed to me even after I took like a 3-4 month break? Holy cow. Oh wow, 34 months. That is insane.
You mean 3 to 4 months? 34 months. Because 34 months is nearly 3.
Oh yeah. See, America, it's about, I get 275 or something like that. 250 per sub. Yeah, it's $4.99 American. Hey, you and 2-Bit have actually been my longest subscribers, amusingly enough. I used to be really bad about streaming though, it upset me that I was so bad about it. So like, I found something that I actually like to do. You know, because I like to game, but I'm bad about like talking while I game, and I'm really not that entertaining while gaming. Until I start making massive mistakes, and they're like, hey, "Look at that guy." No, but yes, I do work full time. Even through all of this, you know, coronavirus, I still work full time. What do you mean?
Oh, it's not done.
Oh, temp wise.
See. Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We just gotta wait for it to brown. Didn't fuck it up that bad. Oh, it is a normal food in America.
What?
Josh said it's definitely not a kind of build.
See, this league I tried to play, and I've still tried to play, but I just can't. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait until they do the update that actually involves socket changes to play again, because It's really just, it bothers me that you can't get your sockets efficiently, and it bothers me that it also bothers me that my conquerors are broken. I still haven't gotten that fixed. Nice. Do you have pictures of it, Hash? Post them in the Discord. Post them in the food section of the Discord. Or the bakery portion of the Discord, one or the other. Nice. How is he, by the way? Is he still working or no? Okay, that's awesome. Are you guys finally living together? I think that happened a while ago and I just forgot. That is quite awesome. Well, no, I mean, no. Like, you guys were apart for a while because of your jobs. You were staying in different cities. Yeah. So I figured since you weren't doing anything right now, I figured you guys were back to living together, right? That's what I'm confirming. Gotcha. Okay. And you guys are sure that you're sure you're not going to be able to do your trip like you were wanting to this year? Oh. Life is hard, not being able to fly around the world. Awesome. Ridley Cat is currently watching a fly, or a bug of some kind, fly around the room. And she's sad she can't get it. First world problems for sure. I have to, at some point, come down and see the puppy. Before it's no longer a puppy. Thank you, Mother, for letting me know. I was slightly worried. I was like, he's probably hanging out with his friends, but at the same time, I have no idea, so I'm gonna come down and murder someone if I have to. Well, my little brother was missing for a minute. She thought he was dead. You know. And he was just hanging out with friends. Of course, just a mom thing, but it's all good. We appreciate that she cares. What are we looking at? I can smell it. I can really smell it now. Oh yeah, it's starting to come up. Oh yeah, we got probably 10-15 minutes left on that at most. Just because of the weird time exchange.
Because I had it at too low of a temperature.
Hey, but that's the beauty of things. When you're cooking, you can correct. Corrective action. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: if Jared was kidnapped, all we'd have to do is walk outside and listen for somebody talking about video games, and we'd eventually find him. And then we get to murder whoever took him. Ooh, Coulter, did you end up getting Diablo, or are you gonna wait? Because I know you were asking me about it. Just 3. He was looking at getting it. And I figure if he gets it, I'd play a little bit, but if he doesn't, then I'm not gonna worry about it. Yes, number 5. There are 5 of us. And he is technically the smallest of us all. Oh, well, I can't say technically. He's the youngest of us all. The little sister is the smallest of us all. I will not be on tomorrow, but I will be on Monday. Oh, yeah, there's 5 of us. Oh, yeah. I am the middle child, in case you couldn't guess. Then I'm So Proud is the one above me. Then my older sister is the oldest. Then my little sister, and then the little brother. Oh yeah, and so Sword is the middle child as well, in case you guys didn't hear. But yeah, there are only 3 of him, and they're all boys. Oh yeah. Damn it, what? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she has. Had to put up with me, Bolter, Jared. Then the other 2 are probably like cakewalks comparatively. Just stressors.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, now we're amazing. Oh, you had to deal with way too much earlier. Me almost cutting my hand off. Coulter.
Breaking your nose.
Well, I was gonna say, Coulter getting into all sorts of things. I only broke my nose once.
No.
No, my nose has only been broken once, and that was in a bike wreck. I don't know. Jared was just always still does.
Climb.
Oh yeah, Jared was rambunctious as a kid. Absolutely intense.
We were in high school. He literally used to climb you like a jungle gym. He was in elementary school at the time.
There's a 7-year difference between me and my sister. I think it is, maybe 8. It's 7.
My dad's from a family that has kids as well.
Oh.
My dad is from a family that has kids as well. Youngest is.
Ah! There's a Luke behind me. Oh yeah. It's starting to rise. It's starting to brown. You see that bottom layer starting to form?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're getting there, guys. We are
Very nearly
getting
done.
there.
I think just another 5 minutes, 10 at the absolute most.
And this is why temperature is always important. It's always very important. But you know what's going to happen here? Because of all of this extra cooking, the sweetness in these blackberries is going to be through the roof.
Very concentrated.
It's going to just absolutely burst with flavor.
It doesn't literally rise, it like solidifies and kind of bit from the milk evaporating, but it's
Yes, I do remember that. And I'm sure if we lived in a neighborhood, Jared still would get that.
everything forward it. That'll work.
Spoons, right?
Spoons. We have the whipped cream. Do we want the
The
ice
whipped
as
cream?
well?
Huh?
You want the ice cream as well?
Oh, I prefer ice cream over whipped cream,
Yes.
personally.
But you can also do both.
You can, yes. I might do both. Matt, which do you prefer?
Ice cream or homemade whipped
Both?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like we're all going with both. I mean, they are two different flavors. You know? I actually want to do something with creme brulee here as well. It's a really nice flavor.
We made fresh whipped cream.
Fresh whipped cream, yes. And you know it's good whipped cream if the whisk isn't moving. I got it in the fridge right as I saw it starting to break down. I was like, "Ooh, this isn't gonna work."
Flavorless fluff of worth. Ever had homemade whipped
Homemade whipped cream is not the same as store-bought whipped cream at all. Not even close. Oh, Sakuragi wants me to make prime rib with Yorkshire pudding. And we're getting closer to that. I think what we need to do is make that a goal, a stream goal, like a follower goal, maybe? I don't know. We're not sure. I have to go pee. Heard.
How long is it till it's ready?
5 to 10 minutes. Heard. Exactly, it is fancy
Sure.
pants. We can't just go doing fancy pants stuff here, in this place. Why would I eat a Yorkie? No, it's Yorkshire. Yorkshire. Not a Yorkie. That's disgusting. I'm not Asian. Am I? No, I'm Irish. Definitely Irish. I would not eat a puppy. That'd be weird, messed up, and I would deserve to get beaten. I don't smell like cigarettes. I don't smoke. Screw that. That's disgusting. Smoking is gross.
Right. That's 5-minute check.
Now, I do smell like soy sauce and soybean oil. Usually. Well, not soy sauce. I don't usually smell like soy sauce when I go off work. It's mostly soybean oil. If I have a smell to me. Don't smell like sesame oil either, unless I spill stuff on myself. Soybean oil is what we fry with. And so since we fry with the soybean oil, it kind of just gets in everything, you know, because the little puffs of.
I think that's as good as we can get it. I don't want to.
I'm gonna be fine. It's a little overcooked. The bottom is still fine. Look, bottom's still fine. I mean, when did we get it in there anyway? I don't even know. It's fine. Fine, guys.
The batter like it was supposed
Stuff happens.
to. Layer of butter.
Were you supposed to put the butter in the batter?
No,
No?
no. That's
Okay.
how my aunt taught me to cook it, and it did not end up like this.
So all good? That's the beauty of this world. Not everything has to come out perfectly, as long as it's cooked.
It's supposed to.
Actually, it doesn't even have to. It doesn't even matter if it's cooked.
It's supposed to like,
Because
incorporate
it's-
into the
it's flour?
berry juices and make the sauce. Basically.
You sure there's not supposed to be an egg in it then?
Yes. Yes.
No, I'm not looking at you like that. I'm just thinking you used how much?
Equivalent of 2 sticks worth. Catch that.
And none of it was supposed to go into the flour? Okay. Just because usually you would mix a little bit into the flour mixture to allow the flour to absorb some of the butter early. I don't know. Either which way, this is going to get mixed with ice cream. So here's the thing, we take that first bite of that cobbler. It's like, this is basically just straight berries. Fucking berry ice cream. Fixed. The world is happy again anyway. Exactly. So long as it tastes good. And yes, sesame oil does smell very good. I get to work with it enough to know. We can't find a log to cook this fish. What do we do with it? Wrap it in rice and eat it that way. What is that? Sushi. We're gonna call it sushi.
I'm gonna pull it when the alarm goes off.
We're gonna pull it when the alarm goes. It's burning. It's done.
Not that alarm. My phone.
Oh. Meow. Meow. Wait, we can pull it when Matt gets back.
Okay.
Unless whichever happens second. It'll be fine, guys. I promise. It's normal. Can go down a lag in PoE. Oh, so true. It's so true. Well, how about you just fly down here? I can literally make all of those things. Yeah.
I don't.
I will. No. I'm saying once the lockdown's done, come on a lavish vacation to the shithole of Tennessee, And I'll be your personal chef for a week.
Yeah. We are in the bachelorette party capital of.
We are in the bachelorette party capital of the world. I know I'm selling it. It is an amazing place. Now, honestly, though, Tennessee isn't too bad to live in. It's you don't get stabbed.
Depends in Memphis.
In Memphis, you do, but don't go to Memphis. Go to Middle Tennessee.
Memphis is nice though. I lived there for a year.
Yeah, but not nice enough to just stay in. There's not really anything to visit.
Graceland.
Yeah, but you can do that.
Downtown.
You can do that in a day. There's no reason to be there for more than a couple days.
Go see the Grizzlies play.
That's a mistake. Sports ball.
That's true. Not much for strip clubs. I get the impression that all of those women have a low-grade fever. I mean, there's the Jack Daniels distillery.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of cool stuff here, though. Really, like
But you can't buy any Jack Daniels in the county that they're in.
Yes, except for in the actual
gift shop.
In the gift shop, yeah. I give it shit, but that's just because I've lived here my entire life. You know, everywhere, where you've lived your entire life is always so boring. But it's like, nah, it really isn't that boring. There's loads of fun stuff to do here constantly. I believe if they sell steak, that is called a gentleman's club, not a strip club.
Actually,
it's right. It's accurate.
That's actually accurate.
Oh, it's great.
How far away is your freaking mailbox? How far away is your mailbox?
It depends on if you went for a walk or not. Because it's about 4 or 5 minutes away. So 8 to 10 minutes wouldn't be surprising. But if he drove, who knows how long he's just sitting in his car. I have been craving going fishing for the past month and a half now. Just, that is what I've wanted to do. So bad. And now that I actually have like 3 days off in a week, I've been like, I need to just ask Coulter to go fishing. But like every time I think about it, I like whenever like we're talking, I just forget. Because I think about it while I'm at work. Or I think about it like 3 in the morning. I don't want to text and wake you up at 3 in the morning, and I don't want to pull my phone out in the middle of work. I do sometimes, but usually I think about it when I'm just sitting there cooking. I'm like, you know, it would be awesome. It would be awesome to go fishing, dude. I haven't been fishing in forever. I really want to go fishing, and then it's just like I don't think about it later. The time is literally perfect right now. It is absolutely perfect to go fishing right now. So I will talk to you about that probably tomorrow. Oh, she's doing the thing again, where she scratches the window. The time is nigh. And speaking, the time is nigh. That should be back any second now. I don't know where he is. I want to step outside and check.
Front door.
I have seen his vehicular device drive past. He is on his way, not upon his way. He is on his way. Sounds good, Shelby. Guys, we got like 5 minutes left at most. I don't know how long it's gonna take Matt to walk inside the apartment. Well, once he's in here, it's cobbler time. I was thinking about it. My brain just clicked. I was like, wait, hold on. I don't have an ice cream scoop. So we're gonna heat up a spoon to make this easier. Instant replays of what? I can clip it. Wahaha!
Front door.
He's back. Oh gosh, he's got a box.
I do have a box.
How do you have a box?
Just here, no box.
Oh my god. What'd you buy?
You'll see.
Oh.
Also got a lot of junk mail there.
Okay. All right. Well, I am pulling out the cobbler now, guys.
Somebody from an insurance company.
What insurance company?
Safeco.
Oh, yeah, that's my insurance company. It's pretty much junk, but it'll be fine.
That's the only one I wasn't sure on.
I actually think that a little bit of extra time was perfect. Oh yeah. Ooh. Camera froze.
Too much for it.
What in the world happened?
Cutting camera.
No, just switch it back. There we are. Okay. Yeah, see, I think that was all it really was, because you see, we could probably even still cook it a little longer.
Yeah. It's fine.
Why is it freezing? It's not even freezing. That's the thing, is it's backing out. For some reason.
Why?
Don't ask me questions like that.
All right.
See, that's what I didn't want to happen. Cobbler.
All right. So, ice cream first.
No, yeah, actually, probably, yeah.
Okay.
It'll melt slowly.
Tiny mind blown.
Don't get it, but I need it. Yeah, because people compare it to pie because it's fruit and like bread-ish product, but it's not a pie by any means. More like a cakey style texture. Yes, yes, cakey, or cakey.
What in the hell's going on with me right now?
I do not know.
Dropping everything, Garrett?
Apparently. It's quite incredible. Mind you, I've caught everything I've dropped. So, we got that going for us. You really need to make this? You really should.
A smaller dish would have been good.
Did offer a smaller dish. Don't push it down. Let it fall naturally.
Come on. It's not coming apart.
He's also handling it like wet flesh, so.
You wanna?
There we go. See, came out perfectly fine. Just gonna not handle it like wet flesh.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream. Whipped cream.
Just in here making a mess.
But tasty sweet flesh is damn right.
All right.
All right. Yeah, turn this camera right round. Right round, right round.
Sit on the table for a second.
And so Matt has bought something entirely unnecessary.
I disagree.
It was not normally put on by one person. It is definitely not designed to be put on by one person.
Well, neither of you are willing to. And the cats are largely unhelpful in that.
Oh, largely? That is definitely his COVID protection.
Yep. Little factor,
Only a little.
If we had done this set private, would have been.
Oh no.
But it still tastes good.
Most definitely.
Find out how plate armor is.
Not good plate armor.
Well,
Aluminum plate armor.
What you said?
Whipped cream is pretty darn good.
So you're getting your bib on so you can eat appropriately?
yep, this is my eating protection.
Yeah, Sakuragi says nice bib.
Great, he's allowed to make fun of me.
Well, he's going to whether.
Pretty much.
Do 375 for 30 to 35 minutes. Don't make my.
Don't make my mistakes. You know I can still kill you, right? With your own plate armor.
I'm just picking Naughty up right now.
That's not true. I kill him.
She seems to.
Tart blackberry. Tart blackberries.
They were delicious whenever they were fresh.
You want them, Tart?
Yes.
See, this would have turned. This definitely would have turned out way better.
If we had done the right temperature
Yeah,
from the beginning.
because it would have been much more bready.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit crispy on the bottom because I fucked it up.
Just a bit, yeah.
A little more than a bit.
I apologize.
Knife would be helpful. So knife would be helpful for eating. I'm pretty sure it is steel, by the way.
Yeah, and actually it's steel, not aluminum. Which is impressive.
I doubt it's like.
It's probably not like high grade steel, it's probably just. Yeah.
Put the berries in the ice cream and the whip.
For sure.
The breading I fucked up.
We're still eating it.
We have run much later tonight, later than we normally would, though. We would normally have been done by now.
Yep.
What are you chewing on? Straps are those.
Come on, the pauldrons. Well, boys, at the
That's just so it wouldn't rust.
Alright, guys. So, with that, we come back to the kitchen for just a minute. But,
If you try the recipe at home, do a little bit less butter, get a proper temperature.
we have come to find that the proper temperature for this is going to be 375 at, what was it, 25 minutes?
30 to 35.
30 to 35 minutes. Want to make sure you guys don't make that same mistake, and I will probably put a corrective thing over top of it when I do the video. But I appreciate you guys all coming out tonight. It was absolutely awesome. Luke, can you turn the screen? It was absolutely awesome. I loved hanging out with all of you guys, and I hope you enjoyed.
I just bought the last two DLCs for
Nice. I still keep playing that like literally bit by bit.
Dude, the story is so good.
I'm just bad about finishing it. Honestly, like now that I actually have time to play, I probably should just play it all the way through. And I actually have time because I have 3 days off instead of 1.
Right.
But you guys, thank you for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. And I might stream here in a few hours. Probably not. But if I am, come hang out. And we will be back next week with a new set of recipes. Like I said last week, though, feel free to send me any messages, whispers, just on Twitch, Discord, any of that stuff, so that I can see what you guys might want me to cook.
I'm gonna go home and let my dog out.
Yes, the veterinarian over here is going to go take care of his puppy. And I hope you guys have a good night. Oh, yes, I have all the DLC for Borderlands. It is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. You guys have a good night and sleep well when you get there.